Hello, Spock.
Hello, Spock.
Merry Christmas and all that.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all 5 of our followers, 2 of which are here in the room.
Sad, depressing lives.
I must stop being so negative about it. I'm very, very sorry. I'm here with mince pies and Lewis and a cup of tea.
Mince pies are more exciting than we are.
Yeah, they are. Although one's gone a bit funny bubbly, which they all were a bit weird. But anyway, that's not really relevant, is it? In any way, shape or form, sorry. Hello.
We're having a spoilery discussion about Rogue One today.
Yes, Lewis isn't, and his autistic way will remember every single line of it, and I'll just go, oh, it's pretty.
Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll give it a go. I need to watch it again, really. But
well, that's all right. Conveniently, I've got my phone here with the entire plot on it from a certain website that we have no connection to. It might begin with W and rhyme with Wikipedia.
All good. The source of all knowledge.
Oh yeah, source of all correct knowledge. Yes,
100%. Last time we spoke was just before Westworld finale. Literally,
yes.
I think a day almost.
I think it was the day before.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Did it blow your mind a bit?
Not quite as much as Anthony Hopkins, but Sorry. If you've not seen it, it's a
Spoilers.
bit gory. Yeah.
I like the fact that it was feature length. That was quite nice.
Yeah,
Just
I
to
wasn't
wrap up
expecting that
everything.
at all.
I put it on and I was like, 90 minutes? Oh my god,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay. And
The Man in Black reveal was spoiled because everyone knew. But it didn't really take away from it. I liked it, but I knew it was coming.
Yeah. I hadn't worked that out, but obviously you told me because you're a git.
The internet told me.
Oh, did it?
So it's their fault.
See, I don't check the internet.
It's the internet's fault.
But I think it still worked. Whatever his name, I can't remember his name now.
William.
Yeah. I'm William. Huh? And she looked at him and goes, huh?
It's done a bit more clever than that.
Yeah, obviously.
It's not Star Trek Into Darkness.
I am Khan. But yeah, so I did really enjoy it. I didn't see
the Anthony Hopkins reveal coming. He was always trying to make them self-aware, but he figured out the way of actually doing it.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was nice because Arnold it looked like he was against Arnold, but really he figured out after Arnold's death that maybe Arnold was right.
And I really wanted Tandy Newton to stay on the train.
So did I, but is it part of a programming or is she choosing to do this?
I don't know, because that little bit that came up, I didn't. And I'm what? You know, it's showing exactly what she's going to do and say as she's doing and saying it. It's like, okay.
And who did it?
Yeah, exactly.
I assume it's Ford, but that would be boring because he's dead.
Yeah.
So it's got to be someone she can confront, isn't it?
But yeah, it's really good. Something else I've been watching, I don't know if you've seen it, is The Man in the High Castle.
No, I am thinking about watching it though.
It's very interesting.
If the Nazis would win, yeah?
Yeah, I took the whole of series 1. I don't know, I must have been on drugs, I think, because I watched it about 3 days, and it doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
How are you involved if you don't understand it?
Because there's so much going on. Not in a bad way. It's just so much. And then series 2 kind of just doesn't really tie anything up. And you get to the end of it and you're like, huh? So there's got to be another series.
The main bloke I really like, actually. I've been meaning to watch it just because of him. I like him. I can't remember his name. But I really like him.
The main, Rupert Fuhren Smith?
I think he's a Nazi.
Rufus?
Yes.
Rufus Sewell?
Yeah, I really like him. I think he's cool.
I have to say, there's one bit in series 2 where he goes to do something. I'm not going to tell you because I won't ruin it for everyone. I won't ruin it for Lewis. Anything else we talk about, it doesn't matter. I don't care. But there's just one scene, and I swear to God, I was a gibbering wreck on the sofa, right? Because he was phenomenal, and I don't use that word lightly. In fact, the whole way through, there was so much tension and power in coming across from a stupid TV show, you know.
TV isn't stupid anymore.
Oh, that's true. And Juliana, the character of Juliana, is just bloody amazing. I didn't like her very much in the first series. She was a bit of a meh. But, and then something really fucking weird happens. And yeah.
We need to watch it for next time, aren't we?
You need to watch. You need to find time to watch it. It's 20 episodes. But But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. I am trying to read the book as well.
There's a book.
Just so it makes sense.
There's a book.
It's based on a book by Philip K. Dick.
Ah, yes. Like everything in
Which
Hollywood.
is why it's all
Any
over the fucking
any
place.
sci-fi property in Hollywood is based on him.
Yeah. Have you tried watching A Scanner Darkly?
Yeah, brilliant.
It's a really good film, but bloody hell.
It's weird, but it's good.
Weird doesn't even begin to cover it. But it's a very good, it's so clever.
It's fucked up,
Yeah.
and it's a horrible ending, but not
Yeah.
like as in bad, but for the characters, it's not a nice ending. You don't want to end up like that.
No. To be fair, I haven't seen it for a long, long time. It was about 10 years ago, I think, when it just came out.
Yeah, it did come out about 10 years ago. Yeah.
And I do have a copy of it somewhere in a drawer. And yeah. So anyway, hello, Lewis. We're not talking about that. We're just reminiscing there. Sorry. So so we haven't done one of these for a while.
Did you watch the end of The Flash? Obviously, you must have. Yes.
Yes, I did watch the end of The Flash, and happened.
It turns out that the British guy didn't know anything about it. He blacks out. Draco Malfoy is not really a bad guy. It was all a fake out.
He's just a really bad actor.
I think it's bullshit because it made it look like he did know what he was doing, and now all of a sudden he was blacking out. As you just saying that, so he just kept beaten up by the Flash, maybe.
Possibly, I don't know. I mean, I just wish to get it over and done with, really. Well, at least we know now it's him, and we can move on to something else and find out who's
the little flash towards the future as well, though. Flash 3 was like, you shouldn't have seen that.
Yeah.
I love the way he was like, whoa, you shouldn't have seen that one.
Yeah, that was a bit, yeah, okay.
They actually fucking killed her in the future scene. I was like, And it happens conveniently 6 months' time, which is the end of the series.
Wow, that's brilliant timing, isn't it? You'd almost think they thought this through.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'd be good. I saw a Supergirl trailer for the next one. It's called Supergirl Lives.
Yeah.
By Kevin Smith. He directed it. And she goes under a red sun and actually bleeds. Very exciting. I hate it when they take powers away from her, but it'll be good because it's a red sun and she's got to be going there for a reason, right? It's got to be cool. It's going to be good.
I did see a picture of her the other day. I was watching something, and it was on YouTube, obviously. And she was dressed in a sort of uniform with a little S logo on the top left-hand breast pocket type place. I didn't know what that was from, but it was Melissa Benoist. No,
maybe it was her Red Kryptonite episode from season 1. She wore a black suit then.
No, it wasn't. It was a uniform, not a Supergirl outfit. It was a proper sort of like military styly uniform.
Wow.
I know. I might have misinterpreted it, but I'm sure it was her wearing this thing with a little red. I'm pointing, but you can't see because we're not on video.
Can't see.
Yeah, sort of breast pocket type thing. But I might just be going mental, and I've taken a lot of codeine the last few days, so I may be
maybe
floating slightly.
Supergirl's going to be good though.
Well, it's always going to be good because it's really good. Yeah.
I wasn't very impressed with him killing off Ghost Rider though. I know he's technically out there somewhere, but
is he?
You know, it just means that he's gone for a while. And he was one of the best things of this series.
I don't think he's going to be gone for long. Oh, have you been watching the Slingshot thing with Yo-Yo?
Oh no, I haven't been watching it.
No, I tried to find it.
If it's a web series, it's probably shit.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's not on the real telly.
Yeah, I did try and find it, but thankfully I couldn't. Because, I thought, I'll watch that. No, I don't want to now. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, he'll be back. You know, Phil said he won't be gone for long at the end of the episode. And it's nice that Daisy's back in the fold.
In the fold.
Properly.
I'm a bit annoyed the what's her face, the life model decoy woman. What's her name?
Oh, Ada.
Yeah, I mean, I'm annoyed they've gone with the typical Ada's evil storyline.
But is she?
Well, yeah, because she's not evil. She's obviously doing what she's been programmed to do, but just in a very extreme way. And she's going to replace the team slowly with LMDs. It's annoying. There's no difference. So you can't tell that she's been swapped. May is literally the same.
Yeah.
There's no difference. You'd at least think there was like an inkling, that something was different, but not even Coulson can see it. And it seems like they're getting a bit warm as well, a bit friendly. Not sure about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's been like 4 years. Let's not get them together now.
Yeah, but they've known each other for a long, long time outside of the TV show.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if it's a good idea.
But maybe that's something.
We've already got a couple on the show. We don't need more than one.
Maybe that's something maybe that's the glitch. She's getting a little bit friendly.
I don't know, because he seems receptive.
Yeah, he's a man, isn't he, to be fair?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't mess with her.
No.
She'd kick your fucking face in, so...
No.
Just do as you're told.
The character... You know, the best thing about TV at the moment is there's some fucking good women characters out there and strong female characters. And I really think that's a fantastic thing. I like the fact Hank Henshaw is played by a black actor. You know, I think it's brilliant that you got someone who's so as a powerful alien.
He's an incredible actor.
And I mean, I can't remember his name.
But he was black in Smallville as well. He played by a guy called Phil Morris. He wasn't Hank Henshaw. He was literally just John Jones. And he never turned into Martian Manhunter. There's a few glimpses of it, but you never see it because I just don't think they had the budget.
Yeah.
So anytime you see him, he's just, in his human form.
Yeah.
He was really good. He acted as kind of a guardian to Clark without being seen, and then he had to intervene, and then he comes in and out as like a partner in crime. He's good, really good. So that's the first time I saw Martian Manhunter, so I always assumed that he was black. So when I saw him in an animated movie and he was white, I was like, what?
Yeah.
This is not right. What's going on here? So Supergirl brought in, I think it's David Harewood? Yes, definitely. And I called it, didn't I? I said, I bet he's Martian Manhunter before he was revealed.
Yes, you did. Yeah, well done.
Turns out he's Martian Manhunter. Oh, yeah.
But, again, it's just really great to see, diversity starting to appear in TV.
There's still backlash against it, and it's fucking unbelievable. But,
I know, but that's because they're Americans.
Star Wars is just all women now. You've got Rey as the new Jedi. Spoilers. Jyn Erso is obviously the leader of this film. So it's just coming in everywhere, isn't it? Star Trek's the new series, the main character is a woman.
Yeah.
She's not the captain. So that's going to be a bit weird. I think the fact she's not captain is just a bit weird, because I think the captain should be the focus, but obviously they know what they're doing. I'm not in it. I'm not being paid the big bucks, am I?
Do they? Do they know what they're doing, Lewis? Do they know?
Let's hope.
Do they know it's Christmas time? No, because it's nearly New Year. Yeah, I think it's great that TV is starting to change. I was listening to something on the radio the other day, actually on Radio 4, because I'm slightly intellectual.
You wouldn't know it.
Yeah, fuck yourself. And there was a conscious effort about 14, 15 years ago in this country, I don't know about America, that, we need to promote, strong characters that are female and whatever, and also, people of colour and minorities. And now they're looking at disabilities as well. So we need some more disabled people playing disabled characters.
Oh, yeah. I've never really... like I said, there's still backlash against it, and it's taken too long to get to this point, and it's still not perfect. But it should always be the person who's best for the role, not the colour of their skin or whether they have a penis.
Yeah, it's true.
It should be like the best person for the job, like going for an interview. You shouldn't pick it based on superficial things. It should be on the talent, surely.
Yeah.
So if someone comes in and they're thinking, I need a white man, and this black guy comes in and fucking kills it, hire him. Who cares?
Yeah.
I understand. But yeah, you're right, it's good. Well, Star Wars Episode 8 had both, didn't it? It had Finn and Rey. And they were both leads, both heroes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. The world we're living in now, it's just, you need more of it. Like 24 had the black president in 2001.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
And that people have gone and said to him, you gave me, this is fucked up, but they said, you being the president on 24 has like opened the possibility in my mind of having a black president in real life. I mean, like how unbelievably racist were you in that comment? But like,
I don't think it's racist. I just think it's the fact that people don't know any different. For
true.
150 years, America had white male presidents.
Yeah, old.
Yeah.
And then Obama comes along and he's young and black.
Yeah.
And genuinely a good president.
And changed the world, really.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the 24 president, he's wicked. He's absolutely brilliant. He's one of my favourite characters in 24. He's so cool. And he just bosses everything he does. He's just this cool president.
Are you looking forward to it coming back?
I am, very much so, with a black lead.
It is, isn't it? Yes.
Just literally on the subject we're talking about.
Yeah, because
I'm not. I think it's good. I'm a bit disappointed Jack not coming back because Jack Bauer is 24, but if they can make it work with a different character, I'm all in.
he's had a week of this already. You know, he's had, 7-8 days already? The poor bugger's
Well,
knackered.
apparently it's set over something ridiculous like 20 years. I don't really know how that works because he hasn't aged that much.
Okay.
So he should be nearly 60 in the timeline, but he's not. He's like early 50s, isn't he?
Okay.
Um,
That works.
But they left him hanging at the end of the last series. That's why I want to see more. And then they did a little mini episode on the DVD of another character breaking out of prison. But they've announced he is going to be in the series. So I'm in the new series. So I'm hoping Jack will appear at some point. They'll just get him from the Russian prison. I love Sony.
Shoot him in the back of the head.
No, he's done. That's happened before in 24. You can't do that again. The main character got shot in the back of the head because he was forced to shoot him in the back of the head
Oh.
by
Sorry.
terrorism.
I don't watch it
Naughty, bad terrorism.
because it's like
Awesome.
rubbish.
It's amazing.
Sorry.
There's some strong female characters in that.
Yeah.
They kick some fucking ass.
Fair enough. Yes. So.
Doctor Who Christmas.
Oh,
Finally
fine.
it came back after a year.
Yeah. Do you know, I'd completely forgotten about that.
I was so confused when he was talking about why he was upset. I was like, why is it about River? There's been a whole series since then. Oh, wait, no, there's been no series. Duh. I like the fact they brought him back. I know you don't like him, but I like him. And he's going to be in the series as proper as well.
Who? Nardole?
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant as well. At first I thought there's no point to him.
Yeah.
Because he's just sort of there to be funny. But then later on it shows that he's there to keep him company.
Yeah.
It's a bit lonely.
It was really good, and I know already, even before it was on, there were people slagging it off and going, which, you know what, really pisses me off.
What really grinds my gears.
It really grinds my gears.
I like the explanation of getting around the superhero thing. Like, he's not really a superhero, it's just a thing he swallowed and it gave him everything he wanted.
Oh, that was brilliant. Utterly brilliant.
And he was just Superman.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Nice little
Everyone
reference.
goes, it's a rip-off of Superman 2. Oh, well, so was The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe one, and so was Christmas Carol, and so was every episode of Doctor Who ever. It's always ripped off of something else, so shut up.
Literally everything's ripped off of it. There's nothing new anymore.
No.
So, I liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was clever. It sets it up nicely for the new series, like he's moving on now.
Yeah.
But the whole 24? Well, how long was it? 24? It wasn't 24 years, was it? How long he was away?
Yeah, it was 24 years.
Was it?
Yeah.
Christ.
So it happened just before.
Because he.
Oh no, because he came back to him a few years later, didn't he? When
He
he
saw
was
the
in high
kid,
school.
and then he said, "How long ago was that?" Since he had I think it's since he got the stone. But that I don't know. He just fucked off and doing nothing, I suppose. Like Matt Smith went off on his little wonders as well, didn't he? And David Tennant did as well. I feel like when someone dies, he doesn't take it very well. Although she's in a computer somewhere, so we could just go and visit her.
True. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it worked really well. It was just when you went, I swallowed it, kissing this thing in a glass of water. I was like, I'd have done the same thing.
Yeah.
So you're a doctor. Yeah, and all this, just Dr. Mysterio, it's all going to be rubbish. Superhero. Brilliantly done.
Yeah.
In like the first 2 minutes of it.
I thought that Dr. Mysterio was the hero, but
Yeah.
really that's what he calls the Doctor.
Yeah.
That was quite a little cool thing, because
Yeah.
that's what he
Neat.
kind of named him when he was a kid. And he went, oh, Dr. Mysterio, I like that.
Yeah.
And he took it.
Yeah. And I really, really enjoyed the whole thing.
I like the little things as well. Matt Lucas is really good at, when he comes back onto it, he goes, where the hell have you been? And he went, well, I got caught up in time. I went the wrong place, and he's wearing something stupid. And then he's flying the TARDIS, he's really concentrating, and then the Doctor touches something and he goes, oh, no, and flicks it back. I think they've got good dynamic.
Yeah.
I
think it will actually quite work.
I think it will, yeah. It's nice to have two companions, I think. Just instead of one female that you fall in love with and then they die.
I don't think he's going to fall in love with a chip serving girl, is he?
Why? Because it's a chip serving girl?
Yeah. I love that. It's only a minute at the end of the episode, the little trailer for what's coming up.
It looks awesome.
And it looks bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
What's a Dalek?
Shut up.
And I really like the way, and I know this is me going old again, but I love the way I call him Professor. And it just made me think, it's Ace. Because she always called him Professor. She never called him Doctor unless it was really Doctor shouting at him. But she always called him Professor. And I thought it was really sweet.
Well, he is a substitute teacher in it at some point, isn't he?
I think he's a lecturer or something, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at some point. That would be quite funny because he's just a fucking lunatic, isn't
Um,
he? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, but it doesn't start till April.
but Peter Capaldi's hinted that the Cybermen aren't going to be what we're used to. I read something the other day where he made a little comment about the Cybermen being different.
Well, you have to change them because they're so boring each time. You can't do the same thing over and over. They have to be different.
If you watch Classic Who, or if you go to the exhibition, been there.
Yeah.
You see
them through the years.
You see how they've changed, where they had
and they were fucking pants.
car lights on their forehead and radiator grills, up to wearing proper immersion suits that fighter pilots wore, admittedly painted in shiny silver. But it evolved. So yeah, it's got to change because the original ones from the new series were all right.
I didn't like the whole story though. I didn't like what's his face, Pink Boy. What's his name? Danny Pink or whatever his name is. A boyfriend who dies and becomes a Cyberman. That whole thing was boring as shit for me.
That did my twat in that episode.
I didn't like that at all.
No, so I think we need to change them.
I like the fact Daleks coming back. I know they're essentially the same thing every time you see them, but I like a Dalek. Like a good Dalek. And the Dalek episode in Series 9 was done really well.
Inside the Dalek?
No, it was Series 8.
Was that?
Series 9 was the...
Oh, yes, on the planet, wasn't it? Yeah, with Davros.
Yes. And it was one big trap for the Doctor. But then the Doctor was like, oh, I knew it was a trap, don't worry. Yeah, I can't wait for Doctor Who. It's a shame he had a year off.
Well, he was busy writing Sherlock. I'm so looking forward to that, not.
I am. I like Sherlock.
I've got bored of it. I'm really bored to tears of it.
I like it.
I'll watch it.
It's meant to be a last series, so.
Thank God for that.
I don't want Capaldi to leave yet. I think he's got... I don't know. I think he should stay on.
I think another year and another year with this new companion would be quite good. Because I like the sound of her.
Yeah, she sounds cool.
Yeah.
And she's exactly like a modern audience, isn't she? It's just like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is that thing?
As you said, see it anew. And that's what he's trying to do. Because I suppose, with the character where he is at the minute is a whole new recycle. Oh, God almighty, a whole new regeneration cycle. So it is a new Doctor. Literally a new Doctor from beginning. So, yeah, strip everything away again. Get rid of all the stuff that's built up. All that crap from the end of the last series with Gallifrey and...
I don't know why you're so against it. It was good.
Getting rid of Rassilon, who was played not very well. If they brought back Timothy Dalton, which they probably couldn't afford, then it probably would have been better.
What, Spitty Man?
But
Timothy Dalton's all right, but he just spits a lot in that, and you can see it flying out of his mouth when he shouts. I didn't like him in Doctor Who.
Didn't you?
No.
I thought he was brilliant as Rassilon.
Didn't like him.
Oh, what do you know?
Well, what do you know? Because clearly the finale was brilliant, and you don't like it.
It just was a bit.
Well, we've done this before, so
yeah. All right, we're going back in time. Sorry, sorry. Anyone that's listened to this before, which is none of you. Anyway, yeah. So, drum roll for the main event.
Well, we should talk about Carrie first, shouldn't we? Really?
Yes, Ms. Fisher.
I honestly thought she wasn't going to die.
Yeah.
She had the heart attack, obviously, and then she's in stable condition, and then she died, and then her mum died the next day, which is fucking
that was
weird.
so sad. So sad. I loved it.
It was like 2016 didn't want to let us go because it was George Michael Christmas Day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then was it the day after Boxing Day, Carrie, and then the day after her mum. And she's royalty, isn't she? Like not royalty.
Oh, Debbie Reynolds, yeah.
Like Hollywood royalty.
Oh God, she's been around for forever. I mean, she's 84 for God's sake.
It's just sad that they both died at the same time. But that's what happens when you don't abuse your body. You just don't.
I mean, everyone goes, "Oh, it's been a really bad year. Oh, we've lost loads." To be fair, it's been no worse than any other year. But
they're probably more beloved, aren't they? These ones.
Because I've read about this. I'm not just making this up off the top of my head. Because pop culture, if you like, is so it's everywhere. And because social media is everywhere, and because news is more than ever, it's 24/7 in your face.
Also, there's a lot of fake news this year as well.
Yeah.
It's like the era of fake news because of social media. Everything's literally get it there first, even if it's wrong. Which is a shame. Sorry, go on.
No, it's just that and more people have become more famous since the 1960s. That makes sense? And you've got to do less now in some cases to be a celebrity. You've just got to exist or breathe, and that makes you a celebrity, Kim Kardashian.
Dead-eyed.
So if something happens to someone, it's
just there, isn't it?
It's more likely that they're a celebrity. That makes sense?
Mm.
I was chatting to the other half last night. I was like, they're going to have to extend the Oscars a bit, aren't they? Because that bit where they go, and now we have a moment.
Well, it was a big fucking year for death, wasn't it?
It's going to go on for about 10 hours, isn't it?
But I don't know. It was just it feels like now you're allowed to love things, where before you kind of weren't. Like Doctor Who, for instance, or Star Trek, they were looked at as lesser, like Trekkies and that. And if you're a fan of those things, I feel like as I've grown older, it's become more and more accepted, and geeks rule the world now. But geeks in every sense of the word, whether it's music, movies, sci-fi.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you love something and that person's in it and they die, they're like, oh, my childhood's ruined, blah blah blah. Which, I get it.
Well, I mean, George Michael. I was never a big fan, but I appreciate the music and stuff. And my dearly beloved is a really big fan, and it was a big shock.
And he was young as well.
He was only 53.
But he's come out afterwards as well that he was actually a really nice human being, and he did loads of nice things for people and didn't want any publicity for it. So, the good ones go as well. But Carrie is a hard one, because talking about strong female characters, she was so outspoken and like a real voice for like, not just girls, but women in general. I think girls need someone like that in real life. They can look up to and think, oh, if she can say what she wants, then so can I. It's nice for her to just... She doesn't care about rules, she doesn't care about regulations, she just says how it is. She take the piss out of herself. She take the piss out of George Lucas.
Well, she was in the Star Wars Holiday Special, so anyone that's in that deserves an Oscar for just being in it.
Putting up with it.
Yeah.
It was very strange, because we'll talk about Rogue One obviously, but the final scene is her. Not actually her, obviously, but a CGI face. And to see her smiling and say hope, and then for her to die almost literally a week later after I watched it, it's a bit eerie.
It was weird. I was looking through Twitter yesterday, and someone I follow was like, just literally finished watching Rogue One with her face, and then to come out the cinema and see she's dead. Weird.
Weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice. Every time you see her on a chat show as well, she's brilliant. She's the best thing on there.
Oh, she's been through so much.
She runs rings around anyone who's on there, no matter age, gender. She's the thing that you're watching, and you'll laugh the most at her, or you'll think the most because she says something. I just think it's a sad loss. Would have been nice for her to be around. The 60s young, really, isn't it, nowadays?
Yeah, really young.
So it's a bit of a shame. It's a horrible shame. Apparently, for the future of Star Wars, she finished her Episode 8 role, and apparently it's bigger than Episode 7. And I always assumed that she would be in Episode 9, so I don't know what they're going to do. Unless they kill Leia, but that's a bit crass considering how close it is. And if they use CGI for it, like a certain person in Rogue One, I think that's a bit too soon as well.
I don't know. I think they'll find a way of writing her out.
Yeah, I think they'll just...
Respectfully.
Yeah, I think they should. I think everything's going to be dedicated to her now, isn't it, for the next 10 years from Star Wars? Considering there's a movie every year.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
But it's people die, that's what happens. Star Trek's original series guys have been dying since the 90s, haven't they? And now Star Wars is
catching up.
Well, Tarkin was the 90s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Peter Cushing, and then Kenny Baker was this year. Now Carrie, so it's just one of those things, isn't it?
70 odd now, isn't he?
He's 80, isn't he?
Is he? I thought he was in his 70s.
Oh, 70s, yeah, because he's only 14 years older than Carrie. He's still going though, let's be honest.
James Earl Jones, he's still battling through, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, well...
David Prowse.
Big boy.
Bless him.
So... How are we going to end that bit?
Forces with you? No, it's just...
You're one with the Force?
You are, yeah, you are. I don't know.
You're one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
But I just think, bless. It happens. That's the thing. It just happens.
Yeah.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
The only nice thing is the love that's come from it. Like people were saying how much they loved her and that.
Apart from Katie Hopkins, who's just a worthless piece of shit.
Well, she's just got problems, hasn't she? She likes attention, doesn't she?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I should find this bandwagon, and I'm going to say something controversial.
Yeah, disrespect, innit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Bitch.
Yeah, so the good thing is the legacy that's left behind. All the films, all the other appearances, this, that, and the other.
She's always going to be an influence for everyone.
I mean, Star Wars is going to be around probably until Donald Trump destroys the planet in a couple of weeks.
With a Death Star.
Yeah. It's going to turn up, innit? Remind me about Death Stars and hyperspace in a minute when we get onto it, because that's the one thing I wanted to see. But yeah, so it's going to be around for a long time. I mean, it's been around since 1977. That's 40 years nearly.
40 years next year.
It is indeed, and next week. So that's been around for 40 years already, so a legacy's lasted 40 years. It's going to go on for at least another 40,000 million years.
Yeah.
As long as there's a human being and some kind of digital recording technology, it's going to be around.
And there's money to be made.
Yeah, there's money to be made from flogging a dead horse.
Whoa. Well, considering how good Rogue One was, I'm not sure that's fair.
Well, moving swiftly on then, as Lewis just checks his phone saying. Bringing up the plot of Rogue One on his phone on Wikipedia. Stuff happens.
So,
yes.
First things first, do you like it?
Do you know, I absolutely fucking enjoyed every second of it.
I did as well. Absolutely fucking brilliant.
I knew you wouldn't expect me to say that.
No, I wasn't at all. I wasn't quite expecting it to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of makes episode 4 better. It fills in the massive plot hole of why there's a fucking huge mistake in the Death Star.
Yeah.
I loved it all. I thought it was really, really clever. I liked the ballsy move of, spoilers, killing everybody. The whole group died. I mean, that's ballsy. Star Wars doesn't do that.
She did say it in episode 4. A lot of...
No, that's episode... That's not...
It is episode 4.
No, it's episode 6.
Why is it episode 6?
Because Mon Mothma's not in episode 4. She's in episode 6. Mon Mothma says that in episode 6. She said a lot of Bonthans died to get this information.
I thought it was episode 4.
No. You only know about that because of the call at the beginning. Says a rebel.
I haven't watched it for so long, I've got to be brutally honest.
I really wanted to watch it again straight away, but I'm going to do that when it comes out. I'm going to watch them back to back.
Yeah.
But I loved K2 was amazing. And when they killed him off, I was like, that's it, they're all going to die. You don't kill off the droid. That's not allowed. That's it. If no one else dies now, I'm going to be fucking pissed off. I like the story in general. Even though we knew what it was and we knew where it's going, it filled in that whole story plot of how do you destroy the Death Star so easily. It was really cool. Like, he was always doing it because he had to. He had no choice. And he sort of gave his daughter the... Go on.
Yeah.
Go on. Go and destroy it for me.
Bless. No, it's very good. I thought... It's one... I've got to be honest. I sat in the cinema, which is an unusual experience for me anyway. And I sat watching it for a bit. And I think, so it's been on 10 minutes. And I just have to look over at the clock, because it was the Odeon in Weston.
Yeah.
And it's in screen 4, so it was the one with the clock still. I thought, God, it's been on for an hour. Has it been on for an hour? Christ. And you just got lost in it.
Yeah.
Completely lost in it. It was beautiful to watch. And you can't say that about many films these days.
I like the fact, because it's all on location and it's done as real as possible. And you have... It's kind of planned. At the beginning, I was a bit all over the place because the first 10 minutes you're planet hopping.
Yeah.
I was like, this is weird.
It's a little bit X-Files.
And they came up with names as well. I was like, this is new. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Okay, when are they going to go to Quantico or something?
It was good. It was good though. I liked the whole. I liked the way that they had all the cameos. Darth Vader fucking blew the fucking roof off the place. I found like every time something happened, it was like being a kid. Like it was really exciting. Like the first time you see Tarkin from behind, and then you get closer and you see his face in the window. You're like, holy fuck! I had no idea Tarkin was in it, but it makes sense.
Did you not?
I didn't know he was in it.
Did you know?
So when I saw him, I was like, what the fuck? That guy's dead. What? There's a resurrection machine somewhere.
No, I read about that. I think about the day before I went to see it.
I didn't know anything.
Up.
And also, people are like, you shouldn't watch too many trailers nowadays because it ruins the plot. Fair enough, it does, but when it comes to Star Wars, it doesn't, because half the stuff that was in the trailers isn't in the film. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I like the little joke, the Vader joke was good when he's like, don't choke on your aspirations, director. I love that. That fits so well with Star Wars. And he was, even though he was making a joke, it was still sinister.
Yeah.
And the way, just the visual of him standing in the dark, and you can just hear his breathing, and then the lightsaber light up, and the rebels are like, oh, fuck. And that gives some context to the beginning of episode 4, because in episode 4, he doesn't really do anything to make you think, why is this guy terrifying? But they've just seen him destroy about 20 of their friends in front of them.
Yeah.
That whole sequence is brilliant when he's just using force chokes, he's throwing people, he's cutting people up, and they literally get the plans through, and he stabs them through the back.
Oh, that's grim, isn't it?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Such a cool moment. And they're just running with these plans, getting it back into Leia's hands. And then you see Leia, and you're like, what the fuck? Another person's in it.
Look at all true. Oh, yeah, I knew about that as well.
She's all boss-eyed. They didn't quite get that right. And she just says hope, and you're like, and it goes into the Star Wars movie. He's like, why have they just not stitched the other Star Wars movie into this? It's exactly. There's literally
You know
a
that's
scene.
going to happen, don't
There's
you?
literally a scene in between.
Yeah.
That's missing. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
it's
will
fucking
exist very
brilliant.
shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, you're right. And
Yeah.
they've got Red and Gold Leader.
Who were the originals?
Yeah, they use original footage, unused footage, and CGI, and that was really cool. And a little Easter egg: they killed off Red 5 for Luke to be Red 5 in Episode 12. It's a nice little
And no Porkins.
little nod. No.
No Porkins.
Did you notice all the other ones that came in had 70s porn stashes?
They had what?
70s porn stashes that looked like that they were from the 70s. It was so fucking weird. They had some women as well flying, which they didn't have in Episode 4.
No, that's true.
So a few women doing it. Mon Mothma is in it. That was cool. Bail Organa. And his little reference of Obi-Wan. I almost fucking shit myself. I was like, oh my god, he just talked about Obi-Wan. Is he going to be in the film? No. Considering everyone else is in the film.
Yeah.
So I'll just give him a call on the space phone and tell him that we've got a plan.
I did hear a rumour there was going to be a thing in it about why he didn't remember the droids. But
I think he's just lying.
apparently they just didn't realise it was going to make another 3 movies after the first 3 and then another 76 after the next ones.
Well, there's been rumours about an Obi-Wan movie for years. I think that'd be quite a cool idea, just in between on his little desert planet.
Hello.
Fucking about.
Oh.
Because Rebels is leading up to Obi-Wan. Have you
Yeah.
you been watching that?
No.
Or Darth Maul and Ezra are both getting visions of Obi-Wan because he's the last hope. Maul wants to kill him. Ezra wants to see how to destroy the Empire. So they're going to both go to Tatooine, and they're going to try and get Ewan McGregor to voice him.
Oh, I've heard that somewhere. Yes, not from you either. I've read that on the internet. He's
Very
going to
cool.
be in it. Yeah.
Very cool idea. They had a few Rebels references in Rogue One. They
Yes,
had
they did.
the Ghost was there at the end of the fleet, the Ghost ship. General, what's her face? Hera. Is it General Hera? They said over the tannoy. One of the characters from Rebels, basically. They said over the tannoy.
I've never watched it.
They-
I've watched like 4 episodes.
You need to watch it.
I
It's
know,
very
I do.
good.
I know, it's brilliant. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
I saw Guerrero was a bit like they brought him in from the cartoons to sort
Yeah.
of kill him off. I get why he did it because he's like, oh, I'm half dead anyway, might as well. He's like
Yeah.
a Darth Vader, isn't he? And I like that he's too badass for the rebels. They're like, we don't work with him anymore.
Well,
he's
not
like
really,
a terrorist.
He's not, is he? He's just doing what you do. Yeah, I was going to say something. I completely forgot.
The
what it was.
Jeddah planet is cool because that's clearly used to be a Jedi temple. And then you've got the guy who's not a Jedi,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he uses
Love
the
of
Force.
Yeah.
He was absolutely brilliant.
I because it was just something different, and you're like, oh, they're going to be part of the gang, aren't they? Blah 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 blah. But it worked.
And he's just
And
like, the Force saved me. No, I saved you.
Yeah.
His friend with a massive gun.
Yeah,
All that was cool.
I would really like to watch it again because a little bit like Episode 7 did kind of sit there like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
I
amazing.
didn't really take it all in because you can't in one viewing. It's not possible.
Yeah, you're right.
My only little thing that I did notice. Don't shout at me. When they go to the planet at the end with the shield,
The shield gate, yeah.
it's a little bit like Spaceballs, where you've got the planet with the shield that keeps the atmosphere in, and Mel Brooks turns up in his spaceship and hoovers it all out. It's got a little space door and everything. And I was like, oh, so they've nicked that from Spaceballs.
Never seen Spaceballs.
Have you not? Oh my god. Slightly off topic. Watch Spaceballs. Sorry, I'm moving the table. Yes, so they stole that from Spaceballs.
I like that whole sequence.
Oh, it was really well. Yeah, it's
They
brilliant.
rammed into it and
Yeah.
stuff, and I liked the Akbar substitute. I thought he was quite cool. I like the visual of it as well because he's got a glass floor, so he can literally look down into the action of what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just little things like when Organa, she said to him, Moff Mothma said to Bail Organa, "You knew a Jedi," and he says, "Yes, I knew a Jedi in the Clone Wars. I trust him, and I'll give him a call on the space phone." And then she says, "You need a messenger that you trust," and he says, "I trust her with my life."
Space.
And they like obviously Leia, and it's like, oh my god, this is amazing. Just little references. I'm like a fucking 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So good, so good. Everything about it I liked. Apart from the beginning was a bit jarring. It was obviously planet hopping, but the last third is so cohesive. Considering they did loads of reshoots as well, and everyone went, "Oh, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad," and they literally changed the last third. The third act was completely changed by looking at the trailer, and so if that was a committee thing where Disney were like, "You need to change some things," fucking fair play because you've done an amazing job.
Yeah.
And it was cool that Disney let them kill everyone. I thought that was a nice touch because they're nowhere near any other epic film, so it makes sense that they all die, and it gives that bit when Luke destroys the Death Star more meaning. Like the rebels have claimed something back.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Like everything about it. Visually, it looked amazing.
It was stunning to watch.
Tarkin was unbelievable, and he, like you say, he's got more scenes than in the original movie when he was fucking alive. But like the cool line of director Krennic is talking to him, and he says, "We've got to go and we have to destroy basically our base to stop them from getting the plans out." And Krennic says, "What about the rebel fleet?" And Tarkin just literally says, "Vader will deal with them." And you're just like, what a badass line. Vader's going to deal with a whole fleet of people, and then you see him literally take out a whole ship worth of people. And you're like, okay, that makes sense. Because you've never seen him like that in live action before. You've seen him elsewhere, like he's like that in Rebels.
Yeah.
But in the original trilogy, he just sort of doesn't. I mean, Empire Strikes Back, that's a good fight, but it's not like this, where he's fucking brutal, just ripping people apart. It's cool. Definitely, even though he's in it for 2 minutes, it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
And it's weird that a prequel made the movie it's leading into better. Because the prequels weren't great.
Years. They've had 40 years to work on it, really, haven't they? And go, well, how do they know about that? And why would that work? And that's stupid, putting 2 little tiny bombs down a thing and make it go boom. It's massive. It's the size of a planet, for Christ's sake. That's why.
No moon. Very good. No, I liked it. Anything that you want to add?
It's good.
Apart from being like
I really need to watch it again. I really do. Even though I've just sat and read through the plot quickly just to try and refresh my memory. I think you've got to watch it more than once, at least twice, if not 50 times, because there's just so much you miss.
I want to read the prequel book as well because it tells you about Galen Erso. I think he was cool. Made Mad Mikkelsen is a great actor, and he just kind of killed it. That hologram message for his daughter, that was fucking brilliant because it moves so fast. You don't get to know these people very well. Obviously that's a big thing that a dad went away and she's been on her own essentially. So that moment where he says, "And to my daughter, if she's still alive," and you're like, oh fucking hell, it's horrible, But it's like a video game almost, isn't it? You can do this if you get these plans from this planet.
Yeah. Go here, do this.
This is the boss level, so
do
be
not
careful.
pass go. Yeah.
I liked just little visual things like K2 as well when they're on the base where they're going to get the plans, and to find out where the plans are, he's got a robot like him, and he's stabbing him in the neck.
Yeah, it's wrong, isn't it?
That's not R2, is it? What's going on here? He had the best line as well.
I have to say that for a CGI character,
hilarious.
It was really funny.
It's Alan Tudyk is he's so funny. Yeah. He had the best lines. The bit where they get into like the sideways lift thing to get into the base to where the plans are. He's like, they get in and he stands like, "I have a bad feeling about this." And he's like, "Shut up." And he's like, I thought I told you to stay on the ship. And he goes, well, I was bored. And
Yeah.
it looked like you needed help.
Yeah.
And then he throws a grenade behind him and goes, you're right, I should stay on the ship. And he's like, I've been told to help. I will help you. I am with you because I was told to.
Yeah.
He's just brilliant. Why does she get a blaster?
See, Lewis's autism's kicking in now, so he can do
Oh, he's
it line
brilliant.
by line by line. Whereas I'm old and I need to watch things about 10 times before it sinks in. I thought you were going for a mince pie then, sorry.
I was a bit annoyed that they killed him, but I suppose they have to, don't
Well,
they?
yeah, I mean, it is a standalone film at the end of the day, isn't it? No one's going to escape it. Well, apart from the rebels that were flying around at the top that managed to get away, but yeah.
Well, I was a bit worried about standalone. I'm like, how is it going to work? And there's rumours that they're just going to do standalones after episode 9. So I'm still not 100% on. I think they should carry on the episodes, but this gives me confidence that they know what the fuck they're doing. Because the next one's Han Solo. I'm like, how are they going to do a Han Solo movie? But if they can make
Probably
this...
quite well from the...
Yes, I was going to say, considering they've made this, I'm sure it's going to go quite well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all Star Wars now, like future.
I have to admit, after watching episode 7 and this one, having sat through the prequels, I'm actually quite excited again.
Yeah, and I didn't think I'd be excited to see a Death Star again, but
Oh, right.
it was
okay.
pretty
Death
fucking
Star.
cool. It was pretty cool.
Death Star. Just one thing. The only thing I really wanted to see in this fucking film, right? One thing, and they didn't do it. I just wanted to see the Death Star emerge from hyperspace.
Yeah, it's just a lot of effort, isn't it?
No, it's not. Because ships just go... Phoom. All you need to do is just turn out and go... Phoom, hello. Because they go, there's a massive thing entering hyperspace. And it's just there. It's like, show us the bloody thing.
Maybe they ran out of money. You went bringing Tarkin back to life.
I don't care. It's Henry Cavill, isn't it, who played him from Holby City. Henry Cavill?
What are you on about?
No, not Henry Cavill. That's Superman.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's the guy who I read an interview and he said he used to do Sherlock, but he used to sort of
he was young Sherlock.
he used to do what Peter Cushing did. He used to watch a load of Peter Cushing Sherlock, and then so I've retained it, so I sound like him.
Guy Henry. I couldn't remember his name.
He was
Sorry.
fantastic.
I knew there's Henry in it somewhere. So he did it all. He was dressed in everything, in all the garb, and he had
and then
the
they put a
dots
face
on his
on,
face.
Clever.
I mean, he wasn't trying to imitate him. I don't think he was doing a 100% perfect imitation. He's not an impressionist. But he did a bloody good job.
Yeah, he has some really cool lines as well.
And that can't be easy to do. No. Someone who's such an icon. I mean, he's only in the film for like 10 minutes, isn't he, or something? The original film. He's not in it for long. Oh,
he's a main character in this.
And to come out of nowhere and do that is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, respect to Guy Henry. Definitely respect to
an
Henry.
actor who has his face like the one thing they don't want to be covered.
Yeah.
He's really cool to do that.
Oh.
He's like, when they're talking about blowing up I think it's Jeddah, and he says, should we blow up the planet? He says, no, we just need to make a statement, and he's just, we'll just blow up the city.
Yeah.
It just fucking destroys like this massive hole in the planet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, yeah, okay.
I think
they literally just get away. Casey's like, I don't think we could get away.
Yeah, I mean, the visuals are absolutely stunning. When they blow up the city of... Is it
Jeddah, yeah.
Yeah, they blow that up. I mean...
It's a Jedi planet, that's why it's called Jeddah.
It's just exploding into space. And it just looks real. It actually looks real.
Yeah, and when it comes at
yeah.
What's his face? Saw Gerrera. It's like fucking Deep Impact or something. The whole thing just comes towards him and takes him out.
And the other one, sorry, spoilers if you've not seen it, tough. When they do it at the end, and they've been through the shield to their base, it's just bloody amazing.
Yeah.
What you can do nowadays, I mean,
but they hit the sea. Obviously, they did that for a visual thing, so they could see them die, and you could know that they were about to die. But, but if they were, competent, they would hit the actual place. That makes sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah.
I like the Death Troopers. They can actually aim, so that was quite cool.
Yeah, it was nice to see people that could shoot straight.
And they look cool, much better than the white ones. Although I did like seeing stormtroopers come into a beach. It was like World War II film or something. And then the fucking walkers are coming through as well.
It was some odd locations.
It was brutal as well.
Yeah.
It was just fucking
Everywhere.
everyone was dying.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I think it was cool. Good characters.
Really good. I would definitely watch it again.
Definitely
which
watch
I
it
wouldn't
again.
say about episode 1, 2, or 3.
No, I like the fact they brought Bail Organa in because he was one of the best things about the prequels. It would have been nice if he was in the scene with Leia, maybe, because you don't see them together at all ever.
No.
I'm assuming he dies in Alderaan in episode 4.
I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as I remember, he's on Alderaan because she's going home to
because that's some
give
fucked
him
up
the
shit.
plans, aren't they?
I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That bit's funny though, because if you watch it back to back, she's obviously going, "We're on a diplomatic mission," and Vader, all he has to say is, "I fucking just saw you. I saw you take the plans. I just watched you leave. You're a bullshitter. I don't trust you. Full of shit." Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. It does give me hope for the next one, episode 8.
I just want to see Luke train Rey, to be honest. It's basically Empire.
Yeah.
Apparently, the rumour title is The Fall of the Resistance, which is Empire Strikes Back. And Luke is...
Are they doing the same as they did with episode 7? They're remaking episode 4.
Luke is Yoda.
Is he?
Except there's going to be a new Sith in this one.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, Benicio del Toro, is that how you say it? I probably just bastardised his name there.
No,
But he's going to be a proper Sith.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unlike Kylo Ren, he's not really a Sith. Yeah, so...
Sithish.
Sithish.
Sith-light.
So maybe he's finished his training with Snoke, and this Sith's going to cause some fucking havoc. Maybe, I don't know.
Is he going to have funny faces like all the other bad guys?
I don't know.
Should do.
Does he have a funny... They don't all have funny faces, do they? Count Dooku's not a funny face, he's just old. Good old Christopher Lee.
That's true.
He's a legend.
Oh, we both looked at my cat then, Susan. I thought he was going to be sick. Sorry, just ruined the moment. Oscar, you are evil.
Should we... I thought a bit of an idea. Let's have sort of a impromptu review of the year.
Okay.
But not negative things, because you're very negative about things.
I was about to say it's been fucking awful.
No, I meant in movies and TV, like what stands out.
Oh, I don't remember what happened yesterday. What do you mean? I've got to go back a whole year?
Well, it just does. That's the point, though. If it's that good, it will stay in your mind. So we'll start with Rogue One. Definitely agree on that one. That's one of the best ones of the year.
Yeah, a good high point to end the year on.
Very good. And I'm hoping that this happens every year now. Although Han Solo is going to come out in May 2018.
Oh, is it?
They're going to break the tradition of Decembers.
No.
I liked it. It was good. It's like a early Christmas, Star Wars. Well, I was thinking about this, like things that stood out, like
you've written notes and
Deadpool was one of the best films of the year.
Love that film. Absolutely bloody brilliant.
It's just fucking hilarious, and I can't wait for a sequel.
Yeah.
Civil War was brilliant, although the end is near for me for Iron Man. I think that's the best he's been in all the films.
Yeah.
But can you push him to that point again?
No.
I'm not sure you can. Maybe kill him in Avengers.
Although,
that would be my...
I know we're going backwards, but I do quite like him in the new Spider-Man trailers.
Yes.
Which I am looking forward to. We'll come on to that in a bit later.
But he's just the same in every film. He never evolves.
Yeah, but that's just Robert Downey Jr.
But he evolves in the film. He evolves to a point where he becomes a nice human being, and then the next film he goes back to being a dickhead. You've got to keep that. With Captain America, he evolves and then it sticks. Then he evolves some more and it sticks. You know. Yeah. So Civil War, I think.
It was a good film. I really enjoyed it.
Funny, like, and they got the emotion down really well. Batman vs Superman. I know I'm going against everybody in the world, but I really like that film. I've seen it 3 times now, and I've seen the Ultimate Edition twice.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's 3 hours. I love it.
I have seen the Ultimate Edition. I don't think it makes any difference to the film, to be honest. But
I think it does. It gives Clark a bit more stuff to do, because the theatrical version is basically Zack Snyder's boner for Batman. That's essentially what the film is. It's called Batman vs Superman, but really it's Batman. Do you know what I mean?
Can't believe you just said that.
And then in the Ultimate Edition, you get a bit more of Clark investigating and
being a reporter, a mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper.
Yeah. And they actually show more of the branding, because they didn't really explain it in the theatrical version, but they're going into prison and being killed, so people think it's Batman.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not Batman, it's Lex manipulating everything, and it makes it more clear that Lex is manipulating everything from the beginning, before the movie even starts, to get them to fight each other. The only thing, I really honestly don't even mind the Martha bit. I've come to accept it. When he stops, it just snaps him out of his rage, the Martha thing. And that isn't the reason they stop. He just figures everything out because he's not angry anymore. You know, let's be honest, he is meant to be the world's greatest detective. But he's a dick for 2 hours because he's so angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of my favourites of the year. I like Suicide Squad as well. I know you fucking hate that one, but
I didn't hate it, I just didn't enjoy it very much.
I watched the extended version of that as well, actually, but it's just more Harley Quinn.
I've got that to watch. I might not bother.
It's more Harley Quinn. I think there's more Deathstroke. Not Deathstroke. Deadshot. They're all the same names.
Marvel,
They do a little bit. It's got a little bit more of Killer Croc as well. Not nowhere near as enough as he needs, but he just pukes up on the helicopter.
Nice.
Fucking gross. Okay. And they all just look at him like, "What the fuck is that?" Because he just pukes up whatever he ate, like a lamb or whatever he ate beforehand.
Okay, maybe I won't watch that.
That was a cool moment. Yeah. I had nothing. Star Trek, I really liked. You didn't like that either, did you?
No, I didn't dislike it.
That was one of my favourite films this year. With Into Darkness, there was obviously all the really bad karaoke of itself. It was just really poorly handled and shite.
Yeah.
But not all of it. The third act, mainly.
Get you sound like you know what you're talking about.
And
third
then
act.
With Beyond, it was just a little bit lighter. The touches, like his birthday drink, and I liked it.
It wasn't a bad film. I don't think it should have been the 50th anniversary film, but I don't think it was a bad film.
I don't know. I think it just summed up what Star Trek is. It's just a bit of fun.
I suppose.
You shouldn't take it too seriously. It's not meant to be. You're not meant to watch it and think, oh, you know what? These big questions about life and death.
Well, no, you say that, but Star Trek has changed the world. There we go.
I can't think of anything else. Got any more that you can think of?
You're rubbish, aren't you?
Apparently, Arrival was meant to be amazing, but I haven't got around to watching it.
I haven't seen that yet.
But it's been quite a good year for movies, I think. I think next year's going to be better.
Going back, I've seen a couple of trailers for the Spider-Man film, and
it looks cool. It looks like it's in Washington as well.
I think I really.
It's going to be different.
What's his name? Tobey Maguire, the first one, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire. Yeah. I enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed that film. I think he got Peter Parker quite well. And then after that, it just went downhill. And I can't. Is it Toby? Not Toby. What's the one who played the English guy? Who played
Andrew Garfield. Andrew. He was brilliant.
I didn't like him as
I loved him.
Spider-Man. I thought he was terrible.
I thought he nailed it. He had the cockiness when he put the suit on, but then he was kind of nervous when he didn't have it on. I think he's done really well.
No, I think
he wasn't helped by a bad script.
Oh, the script's fucking rubbish.
The second one was just. It feels like studio experience if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Just tore away anything that was good.
It was such a bad film. It makes Spider-Man 3 look good.
Oh, no, I didn't go that far. Jesus. That's awful.
But this new one, I like the kid. I think
he was good in Civil War.
He was very good, and that's what gave me a little bit, this could be quite good. And then I watched the trailer, and I think
a little bit of Star Wars crossover as well. Do you ever see that really old film when they references Empire? That's cool.
I think it could be really good.
I like the fact that
really,
Robert Downey Jr. is in it. I don't like him as his character because I think he's stale. But if it's just off the heels of Civil War, he's still going to be in that place.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be good. But I like the fact that it just means he's included in the wider universe now.
And I don't think he's going to be in it for much. It's just like...
No, he's just going to give him a new suit.
Cameo, isn't it? Yeah.
He's going, here's a new suit, and then hug him.
With wings.
Yeah.
Suit with wings. Like Spider-Woman.
Which he's going to need because he's in Washington and there's no actual buildings to...
Didn't he jump off the Washington Monument?
Yeah. Over a helicopter.
Which looks quite cool.
I think 2017 movies are just going to be fucking amazing. Marvel, I've got 3, and I'm excited about all 3 of them. The Guardians and...
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Spider-Man and Thor. They all look amazing, and I want to see them all.
Yeah, don't press the button.
I am Groot.
That looks so good.
That looks brilliant. And you get... Star-Lord's dad's going to be in it. That little bit when the alien touches him. I can feel your thoughts if I just touch you.
Oh, it's brilliant.
You have love. Yes, I have a general love for everybody.
Yeah.
No, you have a sexual love for her. Batista just laughs in his face. The comedy they've got down to a T.
That is how to do a good movie with fun and science fiction in it.
Yeah.
It isn't easy to do by any way. But yeah.
I just feel like the first one was laugh a minute and this one's going to be the same. Very, very good.
Yeah.
And we got Wonder Woman next year.
I'm actually looking forward to that, even though Chris Pine's in it.
I cannot wait.
I'm not really a fan of it. I'm still not sure about the First World War setting. I know why they've done it, because it's 100 years since the First World War.
I liked, if you watch the trailer, I think it
looks
works
phenomenal. Yeah, I
she just comes in and it's all dark and gloomy, and she's in red, white, and blue.
I don't think it's not going to work. It's just, there's another universe or some bollocks, isn't it? It's just I'm used to being a Second World War hero.
And if anything's going to fucking destroy her spirit, it's going to be World War One. It was just brutal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that, and Justice League. And apparently they have bickering in the team between Superman and Batman, like they do in the animated series, like because of who's going to be the leader. And I like the bickering. I don't like them being angry with each other. I think that gets bored quickly. But having a little bickering where they just sort of going, well, I wouldn't do it like that. Like, that's cool. I like that.
I've managed to get hold of a Blu-ray copy of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited and Young Justice. I'm working my way through them all again.
They're brilliant.
And I love
Young Justice next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
Yes. And then also next year, Logan is final Wolverine film. Hugh Jackman.
I've only watched one Wolverine film, and that was the first one, which was terrible.
You haven't really.
I've not watched the Japanese one.
Japanese one's good.
Yeah.
Very good. And so the end is a bit of a CGI. He fights a CGI thing, but everything up to that, is absolutely brilliant. They take him in places that you know.
Isn't the girl supposed to be Wolverine's replacement because she's just like him?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's set in the future, and there are no mutants, and obviously she's a mutant.
Yeah. She's just like you.
I like it.
Say.
It looks cool, and I think having an R rating will suit Wolverine because he's just he should just be ripping people apart, and that's who he is. We've never really had a Berserker rater from him. I want to see that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, the trailer's a bit violent, isn't it?
Yeah, he puts his claws in someone's head. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
And you see it coming out the top, which is a bit grim. Okay, not seen that before in a PG-13 movie.
I think I've worked out that there's maybe a film a year that I'm going to watch next year. At least one.
Yeah.
One film a month. Sorry. Because I don't know. Next year's going to be amazing for films.
Well, you say that. I know Alien Covenant's coming out.
Oh, that looks good. Well, you're going to do that, aren't you? Of course you are. I didn't like Prometheus, so this is going to be shit.
No, I didn't. I've watched another version of it. I managed to find a fan edit of it. It's still terrible, but it's more watchable.
It's not terrible.
But the only problem I've got with Alien Covenant is I know everything that's going to happen. My fault, because I follow stuff on Facebook and I've read everything that's come up when it goes, oh look, Alien, click. So when I saw the trailer, I was like, well, I knew all that was going to happen.
I didn't even know there was plot spoilers on the internet yet. I know that David's brother is in it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, they just call him brother because they're on the same. But I can't remember his name. If they're clever, it begins with E. But
it begins with W.
Oh, well, that isn't Walter. Something like that.
It's something. Yeah.
William. That isn't clever because it's meant to be going in the alphabet, isn't it? But David was one of the best things about Prometheus, so getting to see him bounce off another version of himself would be quite cool.
Well, spoiler alert. There are three species of alien in this new film.
What is it called? The new one?
Alien Covenant.
No, the new alien in it.
Well, there's the.
It's not the xenomorph, is it? It's
Oh shit! There is a xenomorph. There is something else one, and then you've got what they've called whatever the name of the new android is, morph. Because what they're saying, you've got the spores. So you see in the trailer, you've got those little things that go into his ear. That causes nasties to happen, which is the first kind of alien.
The thing that can burst out of anywhere in your body.
Yeah, burst out his back. That's in the trailer. Why is that in the fucking trailer? You see it happening. Well, you don't see it all happening, but it's like, I'd leave that for the bloody film. Why is it in the trailer? That's what annoyed me about it more than anything.
Didn't annoy me.
Yeah, well, you didn't know it was happening.
Well, I did know it was happening. Of course I did. I saw it happening.
Yeah, but before it happened, I wouldn't have put that. I would not have put that in the trailer.
It just makes sense because it's like, oh, it's new. Because people that's why they've called it Alien.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have called it Alien, in my opinion, because they've only called it Alien because they want to regroup the fans they lost for Prometheus. But they should be named after the ship because Prometheus, the ship's called Prometheus, and that's what the mission's called.
Yeah.
This one should be called Covenant because that's the mission name and the ship name.
Yeah.
But they fucking lost their balls and put Alien in it because they want everyone to come back.
They've got to in the
Well,
Alien
don't
5.
worry, it's a horror film now, like it was originally. Well, I don't care what it is. Just have the balls to do what you wanted to do originally.
It's supposed to be a mix of Alien and Aliens because you've got lots of
And
different.
Prometheus, because apparently they're still asking the big questions.
Oh, fuck that. No one cares about the fucking engineers anymore.
Well, engineers aren't in it anymore.
Yeah, I know,
they're
but
asking
no one
big
cares,
questions.
do they? No one cares about where we came from. They just want to see aliens killing things.
But I want to know what happens to Shaw in between, because she's not in it.
Oh, she's not in? No, she
David's
might be, but...
David's on the planet on her own. She is in the film. The rumour is she's going to be flashbacks to see what happened to her, but that's a bit bullshit,
isn't it? Yeah.
She survived the first one. She should be allowed to be in the second one.
Anyway, sorry, three types. So you've got the spore aliens. You've got proper face, because you've seen the face hugger in the trailer as well. I mean, really? And then there's allegedly the other android, William or Walter or whatever it's called, that produces an alien. He gets infected somehow. I can't remember quite.
That's pretty cool because apparently he's a dick. He's got less humanity apparently than David.
But he produces an offspring,
Do you reckon?
Which they're not supposed to be able to do.
Do you think David? Because in Prometheus, he kind of asks permission, but he infects the guy on purpose, doesn't he? Just to see what would happen, because that's the kind of mind he's got. In this one, he's the one that he gets to the paradise.
Yeah.
Presses his little button that says, "I'm in danger. Come and help me." And the Covenant come and help. Do you reckon he did that deliberately to try and get them killed, or just to see what would happen? I think that's quite a cool little way to look at it.
Could do, I suppose, yeah, because he's an interesting character. As you say, it's the best thing in the film. David is the best thing in the whole film. Because he doesn't run in a straight line and get squished by a spaceship.
Yes.
I
like Prometheus. It's not a horror film, but
it's not.
It doesn't need to be a horror film. It was set out to be something else. It's, I don't get it.
It's just
why is there so much
Scott
hate?
Masturbating over something, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it, but I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. Definitely. I'll probably be disappointed, but I don't care. Blade Runner as well. You're obviously you've only seen a teaser trailer for a minute, and you're like, oh, don't like it.
I don't.
You're one of those people that doesn't like it before it happens.
No.
You can't not like it before you've seen it. I mean, Ryan Gosling, fine, probably a bad choice for this sort of movie, but Deckard didn't speak much, so Ryan doesn't need to speak much, does he?
I don't know.
And why is he still? I don't understand why Deckard's still around, because shouldn't he have turned off by now?
Yeah, we had no expiration date if he is a.
Oh yeah, true. Good point.
Like Sean Young, but she won't be in it, I'm sure. I don't know. It's just
a way of killing Harrison Ford off all his major films, isn't it? He needs some retirement money, I think. But Blade Runner is one of my favourite films, and it did something that other sci-fis didn't do. So I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope they don't repeat what's already been.
Blade Runner, and just leave it alone. It's a really good film. It's based on a book, but it's nothing like the book. To Andrew's Dream of Electric Sheep. Another Philip K. Dick. It doesn't follow the story of that at all.
No.
The book's got replicants in it and stuff and blah blah blah, but it's a completely different story. So it's nothing to do with it. And the fact they nicked the names. And it just is a good film for 1984, I believe it was.
Yeah.
It's a stunning film. In fact,
and they got around the whole CGI thing with matte paintings, and it's all beautiful and amazing. Yeah. I love it. And the City Speak, I think it's cool little.
And I don't want
it in there
to come back. I know there are 2 books. There are sequels.
I'm honestly looking forward to it.
I don't really think
because it's one of those things that I can't remember the first time I watched it, but I would have been a teenager maybe. But it's blown me away.
Huh.
So if it can come anywhere near that, I can't see why I can't be hopeful. I've got to be hopeful for something.
I watched it, and I remember clearly when I watched it, we'd been in France with school, right? That thing where you go to France for the week.
Yeah,
right?
so a shit place in France.
Yeah, La Rochelle. Oh, great. It's not that bad actually if anyone from France ever listens to this, which is highly unlikely. But on the way back, on the ferry back, it was Blade Runner. It was 1985, so it had been out for a while, and it was Blade Runner. I remember it clearly watching it. I don't remember all of it at the time, but I remember watching it in the cinema. We were far too young to be watching it. I'm sure it was like an A or something at the time, so you had to be 14. But I remember to this day, and that was 30 odd years ago, and I still love it, and I don't want them to fuck it up.
Well, they've kind of already fucked that up in a way, because they've linked Blade Runner and Alien, haven't they? They're in the same universe. And that kind of was always there, but Prometheus sort of hit the nail on the head, and that they are definitely linked.
Are they?
Yeah, because Wayland talks about his friend in the big tower who tried to make...
Oh, is this in the extended version beginning bit?
Tried to
where he's
make
doing
androids.
his TED talk?
That's just that's not extended edition, is it?
Yeah.
It's just a extra. It's a cool TED talk though. And then he says he got it wrong, like dramatically got it wrong. That's why mine are better. Blah blah blah. But it's meant to say the Blade Runner is 2018.
Yeah.
And they're in like 20.
It's about 30, 40 years later, isn't it?
The beginning of the TED talk is, I think.
Yeah.
And then Prometheus is like.
No, that doesn't work with the timeline because Nostromo is
20.
That's set in the
2100s, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Basically, it's in the future.
Yeah.
Well, Blade Runner is in 2 years.
Yeah,
got that
2019. Yeah.
Cause I suppose the second one's called 2048 for a reason, but no, I'm looking forward to that. I think next year's gonna be good for movies.
Yeah.
I just hope, because they're all everything sequels and reboots and remakes.
Yeah.
I just hope the right people make the right things, and if we're gonna have to have these as movies, just make sure they're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Planet of the Apes as well. War of the Planet of the Apes. The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was fucking brilliant in my opinion. I love that film. So they're doing War for the Planet of the Apes. Fucking longest title in the world, but it looks awesome.
For those of you that can't see, I'm just glazing over slightly because that was the worst fucking trailer I think I've ever seen in my life.
Are you joking?
And I am so not going to bother watching it because it's crap.
Something wrong with you. How can you not like Andy Serkis as a fucking
crap
as a monkey?
Quite a lot. I could not like him.
He's brilliant. Caesar, come on.
No, they've just taken the original idea, and by that I mean the book, not the original films, and they've just kind of like pissed on it completely. It's supposed to be.
You're the only person that thinks like this.
Probably, and I don't care. I'm allowed an opinion, Mr. Abbott, and I will have one. They're supposed to be in a spaceship. They're supposed to go somewhere, and so I mean, that's what the book's about, and that's what they kind of do in the original 5 films.
They just haven't got there yet. This is set before the space. Yeah, it is. No. This is about how they took over the planet.
Yeah, but the humans have to leave before the apes take over. Yeah,
he did in the first film.
Well, I suppose so, but
he went off, and then later on he'll come back.
Just
when they've properly taken over.
Just buggered it up completely.
No, it's good because it's not Planet of the Apes, is it?
No, it really isn't.
Not yet. It's a prequel to show you how they took over the planet.
I don't want 3 fucking prequels.
Well, I do. I think it's really cool.
And we know how it happens because it's in Escape from the Planet of the Apes, one of the 5 films. We know exactly how it happens because they tell you.
You've got no sense of play.
No, I haven't. No. When you take something that is so well known, I can't remember the name of the author.
I've only seen Planet of the Apes. I've never seen the sequel.
Have you not seen the rest? The second
isn't Beneath the Planet of the Apes the best of the worst? Because they all get shit, don't they? Eventually?
They get a lot worse. Yeah.
Because they've got no money.
The 4th one is possibly the worst one of the lot. The last one isn't actually that bad. I can't remember, Escape or Conquest or something like that. But yeah,
the remake was terrible with Mark Wahlberg.
So I like that.
I thought that was just lazy. And then the twist at the end, they tried to do a new twist.
No, but that happens in the book.
Yeah, but
that's the original story. So they get back to Earth
because obviously the twist at the end of the film is, oh shit, this is Earth.
Yeah.
and this way he goes back. I don't like it.
They get back to Earth and it is covered with apes, basically, and that's what happens in the book. Get me, read it and everything.
Well, I like the new Apes film, so I'll be looking forward to that, even if my partner won't be, because he's got no fucking heart.
I've got no
heart or soul.
Fucking, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Lewis.
Best TV of the year, what do you reckon? It's got to be Westworld.
Do you know, yeah, about 3 months ago, I probably wouldn't have said that, because
Yes,
it was just a bit
did.
pointless.
See? This is why you shouldn't judge things before you see them.
No, I wasn't judging it. At the time, it didn't make any sense. And not that I had a problem with that. I don't, I'm quite happy to not understand things. It's fine. But yeah, now everything comes, and it's still not finished really, because obviously season 2 hopefully will happen in the next 20 years. Yeah, and I think it's a very well-made piece of television. It was absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how they're going to top it.
They got some amazing actors in it as well. Anthony Hopkins
and kudos to everyone that got their knackers out, because there was a lot of nakedness in that.
Yeah, there was.
There was a lot of flunge.
It was done. No one really knew what it was going to be, and it's just layer on layer upon mystery, and then it just all kind of comes out in the end. But I think they got the right actors for the right roles, and it just worked.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal piece of television.
And each week I was like, what's happened next? It was like the new Game of Thrones. Everyone says it's the new Game of Thrones, but it's a different story. But I get what they mean. Each episode, you're like, what's going to happen next?
It took a few weeks for me to go, oh, was it finished? Oh!
I loved it from the first episode. The first episode to me it's like a full hour, and it's so atmospheric, and they're just setting up the world, and it's nice to see the routine of that they're in. And he just dies over and over again, which is quite funny. At first it's quite funny, but obviously later on you figure out that they remember these things, and maybe it's not funny because they're stuck in hell essentially.
Yeah,
I like that Teddy ended. I forgot to say this earlier, but I like that Teddy and Dolores ended up. Maybe they ended up together because she obviously wanted to run away with William until she found out that he's an asshole. And sent his mate off naked on a horse, just because that's what you do to people you don't like. Apparently, don't get that.
I do it all the time.
But the Teddy bit at the end when they die on the beach, I was like, oh god, that was a nice little moment. And then at the end, she just comes up behind him and says, "Don't worry," and you're like, I've been rooting for these two. They're not real. They're really, really not real.
Yeah.
They're not as a TV show, but they're they're becoming self-aware. So what is real? That's probably the point of the show, isn't it?
Exactly.
But that shows that it looks to me like they're moving on together. That's nice. And the samurai world, they're opening it up.
That was
to make it bigger.
That was something I did think about, because when in the original film, based on a book by Michael Crichton or written by Michael Crichton, I can't remember which way. Yeah, there's Westworld, Space World,
Future World, isn't there?
Yeah, and there's 4, I think, Delos, and Westworld's only a part of it.
Yeah.
So when they were going through, I was like, "What the fuck, samurai? What?"
I loved it.
How cool is that? And I think that's a little nod to the fans that that this is part of something else. It's massive.
So the theory I've read is that the Westworld ones are coming self-aware, and what's going to happen is they're going to kill all the humans, and then travel through all the worlds and sort of help them become self-aware. I don't know how you're going to do it, because I'm sure Samurai World, they don't speak English, but I bet they do, because it's an American TV show.
Everyone speaks English.
Yeah. I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant. Every week I thought this is one of the best shows I've seen. It's a shame we've got to wait till 2018, but I like that because they're going to take the time over it and not rush it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Game of Thrones this year as well was brilliant.
As you well know, I'd never watched it until a couple of years ago, and then I kind of binged it for about 6 weeks and got through a whole of 5 series. And I still say, and I don't care, I will say to me, it's just wallpaper, but it's interesting wallpaper. The characters are quite funny, the stories are quite good, and it keeps you entertained. It really keeps, and I think that's the important thing about a TV show or any kind of something like it keeps you entertained for that whole hour. It is total escapism.
Yeah,
it's not realistic at all because it's got dragons and all sorts of shit in it.
The basics are like the fight for power and that's but I loved it. I watched it when it first came out, so it's been a long old fucking journey. And if you watch the first episode now, the difference is unbelievable. Not just because of the way they look, because they look completely different, but where everybody is. Like, it's taken her, Khaleesi, 5-6 seasons just to move. She's not even on in Westeros.
No.
And she's just on her way.
Yeah.
It's taken 6 years.
Yeah.
Which is one of the coolest sequences I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
Where they're all on a boat together, and it sort of pans back, and all the dragons are flying with her, and she's got this fuck off fleet of people, and they're going to go and take Westeros. Cersei's not going to last against that. She's going to get battered. So this 7 episode, like next year, is just Cersei's going to die, surely. And then the final 7 episodes will be the fight with the White Walkers. Which is even more not real. Which you'll love. Just loved it. Jon Snow being revealed as a Targaryen is a nice thing that everyone knew, but it's cool that they did it. And they didn't do it overtly either. They didn't show. They just saw Ned running up the tower. So everyone knows.
Yeah.
It was heavy-handed in a way because they sort of...
Well,
they had
it fair, you got an hour.
It sort of came back to Jon Snow straight away, right on his face.
Yeah.
You're like, right, so he's a Targaryen? just a guess. She is his auntie, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes sense, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And then Tyrion is obviously, we're going to find out that he's Jon's brother or something. So that they're all Targaryen and they can all have a dragon each. Just because they need a dragon each.
I'd love a dragon.
Yeah. We had Flash. Amazing.
Sorry.
As usual. Supergirl, amazing.
Yeah, the DC TV universe has done quite well this year, I think, so far. Marvel, we're still mourn Agent Carter. She may come back. Hope she comes back.
Still upset about that. I hate it when series get cut off before their time. Constantine was another one. That was an amazing show that got cut off before its time.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of those. They're quite good. Something I'm watching at the minute, a little thing I found, People of Earth. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Nope.
I've only watched 2. Yeah, I've watched 2 episodes. They're only half-hour episodes. They're not, The premise is this reporter goes to a meeting for people who've been abducted by aliens in this one town called Beacon, just outside Beacon, New York. And I was watching going, okay, this is a bit fucking... and then it got to the end and I nearly wet my pants laughing. It's done really well.
Is it a new thing?
Yeah, it started in October.
Never heard of it.
There've been about 10 episodes, I think, at the minute. It's I think it could be very, very good. I don't know how it's going to go. I managed to get hold of a copy, and it's very good. As is The Good Place.
It's something about that last time. Yeah.
It's not slow, and I'm not sure what they're building up to because it's coming back next week, I think, after their mid-season break type shit. And Ted Danson is just fucking brilliant, utterly brilliant in it.
He's funny.
I highly recommend those 2, People of Earth and The Good Place. Just again, it's a little bit of fluff. It's a little bit of entertainment to watch while you're doing, just switching off at the end of the day, maybe. But yeah, they're quite good as well. They're very well written. Good. Shut up.
Netflix has killed it again this year. I think what they can do is amazing.
Yeah.
They had Daredevil season 2 this year, which was amazing. They brought in the Punisher and Elektra, and it was fucking good.
Frankie and George.
Yeah, I've seen that popping up on Netflix.
Frankie and George. It's not time travel. It's not got laser beams in it.
Don't their husbands decide to get married?
It's
with each other. Fuck off.
It's got Lily Tomlin.
Just
Jane.
Older women having a laugh, innit?
Jane. Barbarella.
Don't know. Not watching that, am I? Stop making that face.
I can see her name, but I can't. Jane Fonda. And it's their husbands get married. Complicated. And it's had 2 series. I hope it comes back for another one. because it's
Is
really
it just
good.
older women having a laugh, right? That's what it is.
Not quite, no.
Is it not? I
No.
thought it was a comedy.
It's a dramedy.
Ah,
Lily,
like a good dramedy.
Lily Tomlin's character is absolutely off this world in many ways. Really good. Jane Fonda is just Jane Fonda, but brilliantly. And the two husbands. What's his name? Oh,
You got a phone there?
Hmm?
Got a phone there?
yeah. It's I should know this. But yeah, I highly recommend watching it because I may have got the name
Because it
wrong.
made you laugh.
It did make me laugh. Yes.
Did it make you cry?
Yes, there are some very
That's always the
poignant
mark of a good
moments in it.
dramedy.
It is, yeah. For God's sake, why is everything so complicated on the internet? Grace and Frankie, not Frankie and George. Sorry, my bad. Grace and Frankie, sorry. Martin Sheen. I couldn't remember his name for
Is
love.
he in it?
Yeah.
I love Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen is absolutely fucking brilliant in it. And so is Sam Waterston, who's ends up being his partner. I'm ruining it slightly, but it doesn't ruin it at all, to be honest with you. Yeah, Grace and Frankie, sorry. It's fucking brilliant. Utterly, utterly brilliant. I highly recommend you watch it.
Okay. Again, another recommendation from Stu. Maybe he has got a heart in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm a right sentimental old
Talking
fart,
of
me.
dramedies,
Yeah.
This Is Us started this year, and that fucking blew me away a little
Oh,
bit.
the American thing's on E4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of set in different timelines. There's like you've got the current timeline and then them growing up. It's very good. I like that one. I would definitely recommend that one, but I can't say anything about it because there's spoilers.
There
all
were
over
definite
the fucking
facial
place.
moments there when Lewis was trying to.
Definite spoilers. Even in the first episode, I can't tell you what's going on because there's the spoilers. We'll just ruin it.
Emerald City.
Oh no.
No?
No, why would I want to watch that? It's just another reboot.
I know, but I'm
Netflix.
looking forward
Going
to
back to Netflix, we got Daredevil season 2, brilliant.
Yeah.
Luke Cage season 1, fucking brilliant. They absolutely nailed it. They had because the original series, the comic series, is cheesy as fucking it. They sort of layer in cheese, make him a cheesy sort of character, but it really works for him. And he walks around with a hood on, and it's got fucking rap music through it because it's in Harlem, and it's just fucking cool. There's just predominantly a black cast, which is amazing to see because you never see that ever.
Yeah.
It's like 95% black, I would say, and they're all fucking on point. They've hired the right people to do the right job, and Luke Cage, it was one of the best films series of the year, in my opinion. Like, they nailed it, absolutely nailed it. And they had like sort of this club where they had a live performance from someone, like every other episode maybe. And there's just like a live performance in the middle of the episode while he's beating the shit out of someone elsewhere. It's so good. And he wears a hoodie as well, which sort of goes against the worldview of hoodies, you know, because they're all youths that are causing trouble. But it's like his cape. He goes around being a fucking cool superhero. So I was very impressed with that. And then Stranger Things. I mean, if you like sci-fi, I fucking had a boner about that one. Shit. What a good fucking show.
I tried watching the first one. I wasn't really in the mood for it.
Nah, you need to watch it, mate.
Yeah.
They're fucking brilliant. If you like anything to do with 70s or 80s sci-fi, it's basically that. It's like they've made a show in the 80s.
That's my life, Lewis.
And put it in a time capsule and then released it to the world now. It doesn't not just set in the 80s, it feels like it was made in the 80s, except it's in 4K. But other than that, it feels like 80s, and Winona Ryder's in it. So
yeah.
it's very cool.
Yeah, I watched about 20 minutes of it and went,
And there's only 8 episodes,
there?
Which is amazing because I feel like 22 episodes is way too much. I think things work better around 10 episodes. And it nails it, 8 episodes. And the second series is having 9. So they're sticking with a short. And it's brilliant. It's got a bit of the X-Files in there, a bit of E.T. Feels like E.T. Like that sort of kids on a mission thing. So that was brilliant. They did Gilmore Girls this year as well. Fucking hell.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really good. Lindsay's a big fan of Gilmore Girls, and I watched it once. This is my problem: is if something's
one of
on,
many, yeah.
if it's on and I sit down, 5 minutes later I'm hooked, or whatever it is, I'm hooked on it, and I'm like, so who's this? Why is this happening? And that happened with Gilmore Girls. So I watched it all on Netflix because it was on Netflix. And then they released new episodes,
Sad.
and it was really good. You'd like it. It's a dramedy. You love a dramedy.
No, it's got girls in it. One thing I'm looking forward to, I want to see, is a series of unfortunate events.
Yes, definitely.
Which looks really good. I saw the trailer for it.
NPH.
Yeah.
Yes, it looks brilliant. Netflix, like I said, they're just fucking destroying it. Like, they seem to be able to they know how to make shows, and they're just releasing them. Like, once a month, there's a new show on there. Like, the OA came out, I didn't even know it was coming out. And I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Another sci-fi one. But, yeah, that series of unfortunate events. Looking forward to Game of Thrones next year as well, obviously. Sherlock, you're not, but Sherlock, I'm looking forward to.
Oh, wait, can't wait for Lucifer to come back.
Who?
Lucifer.
Oh,
Lucifer
yes.
Morningstar.
Yes.
Yeah, mention him this week. This week? We should do a weekly podcast, Lewis.
Just on Lucifer.
Yeah. No, I think Tom Ellis's head might explode. But yeah, that'll be back soon, and loads of other stuff as well.
Lucifer is one of the best shows on TV.
Definitely.
That was definitely a highlight of this year. He's so well done, and it's just gone into a whole new place now. Love it.
I've got mince pie over my face, I'm sorry.
Was it, and it, we talked about it before, didn't we? The end was them just about to kiss, wasn't it? Which is, at least it didn't take 10 years like some shows.
What, the X-Files?
And then they broke up again anyway.
Well, never. She might inject him. The world might not end.
I haven't seen it yet.
Have you not? Have you not seen it? It's been on Channel 5 and everything.
I haven't seen any of X-Files yet. I did start watching. I've watched 4 episodes. But I will get around to it. It's just one of those things. It's 10 seasons. It's a lot of. It's another one where I'm doing a greatest hits.
It's all 20 odd episodes.
I'm doing greatest hits tour on that as well. Well, season 9 apparently is terrible, so
yeah,
you have to sort of.
David Duchovny's not in that one, is he? I don't think.
Well, apparently he comes in and said at the end, doesn't he? They find him eventually.
Oh, I gave up after the film.
Gets kidnapped by aliens.
I watched it up to the film and then the first film, and then I didn't watch anymore. A bit like South Park. Watched that up to the film and then went, I can't be asked anymore. It's just the same old shit every week, and it really take the piss out of someone. And moving on. So there's loads of stuff coming up in the year.
And we'll be talking about all of it.
We'll be back hopefully in the new year with some specials.
Star Trek special when Discovery comes out. We'll do a whole discussion on the 50 years that is Star Trek.
51 years by then, obviously. But
yes.
Yeah, because we've left it a bit late.
Yes.
But it's a Discovery special. Because Lewis is discovering Star Trek. See what I did there? It's clever. Whereas I've been watching it since I was born. Lewis has got like 50 years of catch up.
Lucky I've got Netflix, isn't it?
It is. It's very lucky you've got Netflix.
All on Netflix.
Is it? Not in this country. It's not.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have they brought it in this country?
Yeah, like ages ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was
Of course
American.
That's why they've got Discovery in everywhere in the world except America. Because they bought the rights to Star Trek for the next 3 years or something.
Oh, have they? Oh, fair enough.
Which would have cost them a lot of fucking money.
Nah, CBS have just gone, $20? There you go. That's all it's worth to us.
Awkward.
Anyway, on that bombshell, not to bring a Jeremy Clarkson reference in, it's actually a Steve Coogan as Alan Partridge reference.
On that bombshell.
The Grand Tours. Shit. And Richard Hammond is a cunt. And I just thought I'd end on that.
Well, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, it doesn't. He's just a fucking
He's
cunt.
not going to hear it, so I don't know why he's saying that.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. He's just a fucking
Stop
useless,
saying that word.
brummy cunt.
So aggressive.
There we go.
He's just an idiot. Get over it.
Drown him in ice cream. Anyway, on that bombshell, might edit that out.
Very positive note to end on there, Steve. Well done.
Anyway, have a lovely new year, everybody.
Yeah, and enjoy Sherlock, because I'm sure you will.
I will sit and watch it, and I will love it, and I'll sit there for an hour and a half and go, oh, it's brilliant, and not get how they did anything. And yeah, so have a lovely new year, and we will see you in 2017.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.